What's up, folks? Acid Roots here. So we're gonna dive back into Blackthorne and get out of the canyon world. So we've got this last little menacing bit to do, and then we'll essentially be on our way. So I still need to get past the last 3 stages of this game, which I've been somewhat lazy, but then I kind of haven't, just because I've been working on my vlog channel trying to get all those things squared away. So obviously I'm gonna have to double task, multitask, and I'm gonna get that underway and shit. But when we last left Kyle Blackthorne, he was kind of falling to his death and struggling with these blue orcs, which luckily you can take them out in 3 hits now, but they're still kind of cheap. But luckily in the next world they're not as terrible. That's the thing. As long as you know how to take out the enemies in the next world, you probably won't die that much, but just be careful because there's not a lot of potions. So I think you'll just, in stage 4-1, you'll get 1 potion. I don't know about the other 3 stages. I'm going to have to watch that, because otherwise, although I did watch those stages just like a few days ago, it is halfway blind. I forget, I've got other shit going on, so, yeah. It is just and that's the thing, is this game is really not so much tough as much as it is just you have to be patient. I really don't like running with Kyle Blackthorne that much, just because, he always tends to fall off a cliff or get shot or something bad happens to him. He's pretty accident prone, so this happens, and obviously those traitor Androth, they can pick Kyle off. I mean, you never want to run when they're afoot, because they'll just cap you like 3 different times in a row, so, or more. I mean, it's not a good situation, but I mean, obviously with the orcs you can at least run past them. Sometimes they'll try to slug you, but it's not, I mean, it's only if you're like kind of clumsy with it that you'll be able to do that, so, but you don't hear that phrase too much when you talk about slugging somebody. Now, when I listen to rap music and stuff like that, a slug is obviously a bullet. They're referring to shooting you, but slug back in the 90s, in suburban capita is punching someone. You're gonna slug you right in the arm, but we just don't say that stuff too much. But yeah, there's no real way to not have this part piss you off, because either way, I mean, you're gonna have to take out the enemy or some shit, so I just kind of figured this is the easy way to take out the orc. But there's just a lot of cheap shit. You don't actually have to fight all 3 of these assholes. I'm just gonna fight the bottom one. That was kind of stupid, but I think, well, no, I don't. I'm thinking you don't really get any abilities or items for knocking out these other 2. It's probably not worth your time. Yep. So, trying to think of other shit. I got some cameos done with Billy the Fridge, so I'm happy about that. I just finished the other one that I had to do. So that video is going to be going up in September, and yeah, good stuff. I like having, I mean, when it comes to challenges, when it comes to like acidic roots or something, that's actually challenges that I don't mind. Like the challenge of trying to step up to Boogie 2988's par and Billy the Fridge's par. I mean, these are people that easily have like, 1,000 times the subscribers I have, or more than that. So this is kind of, and I'm talking on my vlog channel where I have over 100 over there. So, but yeah, this is kind of, it's dastardly trying to do that, because this is like hell. That's just kind of the thing. I mean, you're dealing with like macro celebrities and shit, and it's kind of fun. It's enticing. But there's a bunch of other YouTubers that I'm gonna start to hit up. I mean, Boogie and Billy are not the last of them, so. But. Yep, we just gotta take care of these tasks. This is actually a lengthy stage. You just have to kind of know what you're doing. I mean, it's not too forgiving, and the stage is kind of a pain in the ass if you mess up this next part with the jumps. So I realize this is probably one of my least favorite parts in the entire game right here. And it's one of the few stages that I've truly struggled with thus far out of 12 stages, so. But watch, because here's the thing, is I'm not going to show me actually getting this attempt. You're just going to see me get to that area right there after I've done it, but you essentially have to run through multiple areas and do the running jump and not fall and get there before the time limit runs out and the stone door shuts you out again. So it's kind of a pain in the ass. And this is where you'll go to if you miss those jumps. In some cases, if you may just fall to your death. So this is kind of... I don't have any bombs. That's the thing. So obviously, the reason why I don't have bombs, the game's kind of being a bastard, is because I didn't kill those orcs back there where there were 3 of them, and I killed the one at the very bottom. You're supposed to kill those orcs to get the bombs, kill the plant things, and then progress, but, you know, I'm just going to take the hit. It's just not worth it. You take more damage from the orcs than you would this from the plants, so it's your choice. If you're doing this, it's your choice what you want to do, but... So, we are going to have to get past this part no matter what, though. So, I suggest you master the running jump. So, the game repeatedly tries to incite you to do that. See, that was stupid. You know, that's what I'm talking about. So the first time I was just like, nope, it ain't going to happen. Now we have to deal with this asshole, but this one's actually easy because he walks towards you. I'm just trying to think. So, I was watching Good Morning America yesterday, and they were talking about how the movie theaters are going to open. I'm kind of excited for that because I used to do Meanwhile at the Movies vlogs over on Acidic Roots. I'm looking forward to doing that again. I can come up with some pretty creative stuff, but this is kind of the problem, is me wanting to kind of get that in motion. But the problem with it is coronavirus. I mean, the thing that people don't seem to realize about coronavirus is it's not exactly getting better. I'm just kind of like, I mean, I read somewhere else on Instagram that they can throw you in prison or arrest you or fine you if you choose not to get the vaccine. So this is kind of, I mean, when it comes out and you're like, I don't trust them, you know, saying some shit like that. I don't trust the government. I'm not getting it. It's like, well, you could wind up in prison. It's kind of like dodging the military in times of war. You know, they can technically throw you in prison, but I'm not really, I mean, I wonder about the controversy, but I'm just kind of like, you know, I want to go to like the barber shop again and the movie theater again, and I want to be able to get like beef jerky and Pringles without being in fear of like dying. So that's just kind of where I'm at. I mean, it's the whole situation's one of the stupidest things I've ever encountered, but just to kind of talk about it beyond that, I mean, we just need to get past this part and get back to the real shit, because when I look back on it, I liked 2019. I mean, minus me not being able to drink Mountain Dew and stuff, I liked 2019. That was such a mellow year. Is looking from like the summer of 2019 to the summer of 2020, there's a noticeable difference. I used to go to gas stations and pick up goodies, and used to go to the grocery store at like the late night hours and get all sorts of goodies there. So I miss my nightlife that I had, even walking to Taco Bell at like midnight or something, or 10 o'clock at night. So I need to get back to that shit. So yeah. This is the stupid shit. I mean, this keeps happening. I keep trying to figure this out, but it's just not an easy jump to make because once that bridge breaks, you really have to have like split-second timing. I mean, I learn it later, but I'm not going to take the risks, you know. So Kyle falls to his death, Mr. Accident Prone and shit. Such a klutz. You know, but being such a klutz, Kyle, is another word we haven't used in a long time. Is klutz. I mean, douchebag. They purposely did that. I mean, that's the thing. The game purposely made those jumps to be a bastard just because it's late in the game now. So, I'm just going right for the gun power up just because I'm just... This is kind of a lame part. I was just pissed off at this point. I was just frustrated with it, but didn't really know what to do. So, but they're trying to infer that you just need to fight them head on. I mean, the way I did it the first time, I was able to sneak past them, but just depending upon what you do, you know. So, luckily, you don't really have to fight them two at a time in World 4. I did at least watch another person's playthrough, and you don't. So after this world, I mean, there's like one point in the game where you have to fight 3 of them at once. A golem, a traitor, and then an orc. And if you can do that, you've essentially beaten the game minus Sarlacc. So, oh yeah, we're just kind of tearing through it. It's an amazing thing. I'm kind of wondering where the last Androthi, who it's going to be. That's kind of the thing, because they do pop up in World 4. But I just don't know the last one. You think he would have something to say? Makes me wonder if the last thing you're going to hear the person say is going to be Curse Sarlacc. It's a pretty affable quote, though. Just them locked in their eternal war. I mean, once again, there was nothing ever, but yeah, so we skipped to it. I was just like, fuck it, you know, I'm not going to show that whole stage again. It's probably boring, and, you know, beyond that, you know, the jump was what pissed me off the most. So, you know, you get the idea. You have to do the running jumps and then make it before the door closes. So you have, I mean, Kyle has to really get like a fucking, whatever those things are called, hurdle, you know, a hurdles runner. You know, that's how he has to do it. It's just like, you run for a couple seconds, jump, do that 2 or 3 times, and then basically sprint, get underneath the stone wall. So it's probably one of the tougher points in the entire game, but as long as you know how to do the running jump, you should be fine. I just keep my finger on the Y button. You know, when I get to the switch that opens the door, I just go behind it, wait for the door to go back down so I don't have to run over it twice, and then I'll run over the switch, jump, and so let me explain this again. So basically you want to be on the right side of the switch and wait for the switch to go back down, and then run over the switch, and then just run across that whole area in one full sprint. But I keep my finger on the Y button so I don't have to press it when I need it, because you're going to need to run the whole time. So yeah, I'm trying to help you guys, but if you're not good with instructions, it may come off as like confusing. So just understand that the running jump is really a pain in the ass, but that's why I don't even like to run and jump. There's always something that you can crash or fall into. But that's the end of the game there. Once we get the levitator, we've got one last bit. Luckily there's not anything else because I'm running low on health. So alright, we'll save that for next time. I didn't realize we're almost out of time. Subscribe for more fun. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful night.